My 790 AM and my790am.com. WLBE and Better Love Next Time. That's Dr. Hook at 7:30. Good morning. It's Monday, March the 13th, 2017. Coming up Friday, St. Patty's Day. Yeah, it's already St. Patty's. What is this, March already? We're already in the middle of March, for God's sakes. Charlie Daniels Band in concert to help celebrate your St. Patty's Day at the Apopka Amphitheater in Apopka, the new Northwest Recreation Complex there. Beautiful place. You'll get to enjoy the show. And there's free parking and green beer, of course, it's St. Patty's Day. And got Charlie Daniels with us. Charlie! Here he is, a legend. Finally in the Hall of Fame, Grammy Award winner. And I know Charlie, a lot of people say, hey, you're going to be talking to Charlie Daniels. Why don't you ask him a question? One of the questions, and Charlie, actually, it's a question that I want answered. How is it, you just hit a milestone in October, you turned 80. How is it that you are doing stuff at 80 years old I wish I could still do, or I could have done when I was 30?
Well, you know what? I love what I'm doing. I just, people say, when you're going to retire? I said, I don't know. The word's not in my vocabulary because I just love what I do, and I do about 100 shows a year, which I'm able to handle. So when I walk on stage, it's just a labor of love. I thoroughly enjoy it. I have so much fun that, it's like what I have chose to do with my life, and I'm still out here at it, thank God.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, too. Hey, got a new album? Actually came out, in August? And it's something a little different for you, though, isn't it?
Very different. It's actually not new. It's been out for a while, but it's an album that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've been wanting to do a cowboy album, an authentic cowboy album of working cowboy songs as opposed to the stuff we hear on the radio and that sort of thing, and heroes have always been cowboys and that kind of thing, which is kind of modern type stuff. There's a lot of obscure old cowboy songs that are really good tunes that people had never heard. Songs like "You Can't Beat the Damned Old Machine" and "Big Balls in Cowtown," and a lot of cowboy dance songs and all. And I've been wanting to do those for a long time because I have a great admiration for all things Western. So we finally got around to it. We call that Nighthawk.
All right. You've finally been inducted into the Hall of Fame. You and Randy Travis. I know most people wonder why, myself included, it took so long.
It's really hard to even articulate because it is such an honor. It's something that's the one you can't, there's nothing you can do but just, hope and pray it comes your way because it's, you just hope one of these days some people go in a room and sit down and say, we think, what if it's buried down in the Hall of Fame and enough hands go in there to get it done because you don't know anything about it. You don't even know who's voting. They kind of keep it secret as to who's doing the voting and what the process is and everything. So it was a very, very big surprise and a wonderful surprise. I am so deeply honored, and I will always be honored by it.
We're talking with Charlie Daniels, who's going to be in concert this Friday, St. Patty's Day at the Apopka Amphitheater. Big show to celebrate St. Patty's Day. And, of course, Charlie Daniels, a legend. And, matter of fact, there's something called the Million Mile Reflections, and an exhibit that's running through September of this year. And could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, it's a lot of things that kind of represent my life. They came out to my house. I took pictures off the wall. A lot of our awards that we have won over the years, some of my instruments, some of the unique instruments that I've collected through the years, pictures, of course, and just things that represent this 50 years that I put into the music business.
And it's amazing that you've been around now for so long, Charlie, and you've done such great stuff, and you finally have an autobiography coming out in the fall. What's it going to be called?
Yeah, it's called Never Look at the Empty Seats, and it is a work that I have been doing for over 20 years, and the reason that I could never find a place to stop it. I could never find a place to pause it. I'm actually stopping because I'm still doing what I was doing. But my life was ongoing. My career was ongoing. And I couldn't find a place that I wanted to pause until I got the bid for the Country Music Hall of Fame. And I thought, what a great place to pause the story. So I did. I finished the book up, and we got with the HarperCollins folks, and we're we're going to put it out in September.
Well, we're really looking forward to it. Talking with Charlie Daniels, who's going to be at the Apopka Amphitheater in concert coming up Friday on St. Paddy's Day. And Charlie, of course, if there's anybody out there that can be called a patriot, it's you. And I was just wondering, I hate to get political with you, but, with all these celebrities, so-called celebrities, not as much in the country genre, but, that seem to go out of their way lately to disrespect the flag, disrespect the country.
I think that they probably should do a little traveling and go to some places that don't have the freedoms that we have and that don't have what we've got, and learn to appreciate this country all over again. And you don't have to go very far. You can just cross the border. Just go south, across the border, stay down there for about 3 weeks, live the way they live, and learn to appreciate the country. I think that's the thing has happened is people don't appreciate what America is to the point they should anymore. And I just, people have a right to say whatever they want to. Lord knows I do it. But this thing of talking about what a terrible country America is, it's the best country in the world. And if you don't believe it, like I said, just get out and do a little traveling. Just get out and go to some of these third world countries. Go to some place where your freedoms are not guaranteed to you. Go get in jail, like I did in my youth down in Mexico, and see how helpless the feeling is. It's like you don't have any freedoms down there. It's like they do whatever they want to. And here you get your phone call, you get this, you get that, you get the other thing. It's just, you need to appreciate what we've got. It's the greatest country in the world.
It certainly is. And I tell you, you have the story for another time, Charlie, there about being in jail in Mexico. I don't recall that. All right. What do you think? Future of country music. Are you leaving it in good hands?
I think some of them are. Some of them are. It's always been that way. It's always the cream rises to the top eventually. And it's what I have always said, because people used to criticize and say, "You're not country," and I said, "Well, I never said I was country. I am what I am." But I've always said that what the country music listener likes is what country music is. It's what it is. Whatever it happens to be at any given time. So it's like whatever people want to listen to, whatever they hear on the radio and they like it. Country music fan likes it. That's what country music is, and it's going to change again. It always does. It's constantly changing. Music has to change. It cannot stay static, or it will go away. So it's just the natural progression of things, and we'll just see what happens. But like I say, whatever the fans want to hear, that's what it is.
That's right. And, Charlie, of course, Charlie Daniels, we're with this morning, who will be at the Apopka Amphitheater on St. Paddy's Day for a big concert going on at the Apopka Amphitheater. It's going to be a great show. Everybody invited out there. And, Charlie, it's just part of a new tour. It's underway. What's happening with that?
Oh, gosh, everywhere. We've not even finished booking it all yet. We're still accepting dates. We're going... we'll be in Las Vegas, and we'll be in all over the place. I don't even have my book in front of me right now, but suffice it to say, we'll be everywhere.
You doing anything overseas?
Not this year. No, we haven't been overseas in a few years. It's we did do stuff overseas. I've been to Iraq 3 times, and we've been to Afghanistan and Kuwait and
those guys really appreciate you, don't they?
Oh man, I tell you what, there ain't nothing like playing in front of one of those audiences, because these are the cream of the crop, and they put their lives between us and our enemies. And just for somebody to come and pay some attention to them, they really do appreciate it. And I can't tell you what a thrill it is to play in front of one of those crowds.
Charlie Daniels, we want to thank you for being with us this morning, and a true patriot, an incredible musician, Grammy Award winner, Hall of Famer now in the Country Music Hall of Fame, and on tour now, in concert, got the album Black Hawks. And Charlie, we'll see you, I hope, Friday evening at the Apopka Amphitheater, St. Paddy's Day. It's going to be an exciting show, and all of you, everyone invited. There's free parking. And we want to thank Charlie Daniels, of course, for joining us this morning on My 790 AM and My790AM.com, WLBE.